woke up with pink fingernails as like a 8-year-old. What I'm really going for is the kind of connection with the patients. We've watched a lot of the nurses and doctors here grow up kind of with them. One nurse would race me on like poles. I would always win because I was the best.
Hi everybody, my name's Stephanie Meyer. I'm the Chief Nursing Officer, and welcome back to Storytime with Steph. We are embarking on our magnet journey to success, as we work to our 6th magnet designation as a pediatric independent children's hospital. Today, I have the opportunity to sit down with Caleb, which I'm really excited about. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And Caleb's going to tell us about his unique journey into Children's Mercy and his most recent journey as one of our new nurses. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you first got exposed to Children's Mercy when you were an infant, younger than 2, and tell everybody how you got here.
Well, I was born with several mutated genes and developed Chiari malformation and pseudotumor cerebri, or hydrocephalus. Is just a little bit different. Basically, my ventricles don't dilate to relieve the pressure like how it happens in hydrocephalus. So my intracranial pressure just goes up even higher. But I wasn't diagnosed with Chiari until about 2, but I believe I had my first surgery around 3 months or so. Lots of doctors over the years, some that don't work here anymore, some are retired, some who are still here, all have been great. But I just have been here because of the genetic conditions and the subsequent brain surgeries that came along with them.
Tell us about some of your fondest memories that you do remember at Children's Mercy.
One nurse would race me on like poles. So I had an EVD pole a lot of the time with an external shunt draining CSF. So I would ride that one and she would ride whatever blank pole there was around, and I would always win because I was the best.
Of course.
Yeah. But just like the little kind of conversations with nurses were always like the most fond for me, and they're always there as a rock for me to talk to when things were going rough.
Do you feel like that experience is what led you to go to nursing school?
Absolutely, yes. So when I was really young, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon because of all the neurological problems that I had. But then as time went on, and I got a little bit older, I was like, well, what I'm really going for is the kind of the connection with the patients, which I have really good connections and relationships with my doctors, but a lot stronger relationships with my nurses because they're in the trenches with you 24/7, you know? So I was like, that's what I want. So that's why I changed my mind from neurosurgery to nursing.
And you just recently graduated and joined us, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Well, thank you for saying yes to us. The impact and perspective you'll be able to give patients is so unique to your experience.
Yeah.
Based on not only all the surgeries you have, but the time you spend inpatient and outpatient, you really are going to be able to help patients and our staff understand what it's like to be on the other side.
I've been able to actually kind of really connect with some of the patients and their parents. I've been able to say, like, oh yeah, I've spent most of my formative years in the hospital, or yeah, I had a Mickey button too when I was your age.
Right.
And I think in those moments it really kind of connected with the parents more, because then they are like, oh, this is a nurse who knows exactly what my kid is going through.
Yeah.
And nurses can say, like, oh, I'm so sorry, which every nurse here is amazing and super empathetic, and we love all of them. But it's just, I think, a really kind of special thing to have a nurse say, I know what your child is going through, literally, because I was in that bed,
right,
just like they were. And I think it maybe brings a sense of peace to their minds.
So I love your story about Stuff the Bus and Henson's Heroes, and I know you have a partner in crime on that.
I do.
So tell us all about that.
So it was initially thought of by Reagan Weber, my partner. She was in the hospital here on 2 Henson as well. So that's why it's actually called Henson's Heroes.
Okay.
Because we were on the same floor at the same time. We didn't meet then, we met later. So initially I believe Reagan received like a blanket with a note in her inpatient room from the former patient that was in there. Basically just kind of saying, hey, I know it's scary, but it's going to be okay. The people here are great. That was kind of the general gist. And she looked at her mom and said, I want to do something like this when I get out. But once she was cleared and left, we were actually able to kind of make contact, and we met up. And the first year we did it was called the Brain Buddy Duel, her with brain tumor, me with Chiari.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a competition between our 2 respective towns, between Kearney and Lawson, to see who could raise the most money or deliver the most toys. My town won. By either way, we stuffed the bus. We took it to Children's Mercy around Christmas time. And then the next year was like, we're going to stuff 2 buses. And we called it Stuff the Bus.
What else would you want us to know about you and your future aspirations as an amazing nurse at Children's Mercy?
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I'm working on an amazing floor, 5 Henson, with some amazing nurses, and they're all amazing. And I can't wait to climb the ladder and, see where life takes me.
Well, we can help you with that.
Thank you. I
Thanks for
appreciate it.
being here. I want to thank everybody for watching, and especially thank Caleb today for sharing his unique story with us. It's been a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you for all of your support of Children's Mercy and our staff.
Thank you for giving me life so I could come back and repay it.
Yes.